Hello to all. Thank the Most High for this day and His Son Yeshaya. I just want to get into some information again. I know I've been putting up a plethora of videos, but a lot of things have been coming to my mind, and I just want to make it real clear. Um, if you are, let's say, you want to call yourself a Christian, all right, that's a Christian based on Scripture. Um, it is unlawful to deal with a person that's dealing with another religion, all right, or religion anyway. The base word of religion is religio, which means to divide or restrain. So the root word of that word religion is based on other books. And I'm just going to touch on one book today. Um, I'm not going to get into, no other book but the Quran today. Uh, if you read into the Quran, it'll tell you that if you believe that Christ is the Son of God, you are considered an infidel and you're not even allowed in their temples. If you believe this, because they believe that these people that believe that Christ is the Son of God, they believe that they're following a man and not God Himself, because they don't believe that Christ is the Son of God. But yet, every spirit comes from the Most High. So you are sons. We are sons and daughters of the Most High. Um, so based on that, they're not getting the concept, or if they are getting the concept, they're not teaching that to the public or to their members. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Sirach, or Surah, chapter 2. And I'm going to show you how important the children of Israel is, even in the Quran. Okay? And it even talks about the 12 tribes of Israel in this Quran, but I'll go in that chapter in a minute. Surah, chapter 2, uh, verse 119. And it says, O children of Israel, remember my favor wherewith I have favored you, and that high above all mankind have I raised you. So it's telling you in the Quran, the favor is on the children of Israel. So what they did was they went to Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6 and other verses, and found out that the children of Israel are God's people above all people. Okay? So you got to realize the spirit behind religions. Hagar and Abraham came together and conceived Ishmael. This favor was on Isaac, though. Okay, so Ishmael knew this. So of course he come up with his own ideology through his seed, and today it's called Islam. All right. A lot of people don't know. If they do, they maybe it's need to be refreshed that the Quran, the Torah and the Tanakh and the epistles, the New Testament was already intact and compiled 600 years before there ever was a Quran. Uh, the Quran is Islam is the almost the newest religion on the planet. Okay, um, if you want to know the history on the Quran or the Muslim faith, you have to read a book called Babylon the Timbuktu. Okay, it'll go into the detail on, Muhammad was he was a camel driver. He would go and do business with the other nations, and he found some of our people, the Jews, and he interrogated them based on their information to try to push a new religion or a new belief system. So he was killing a lot of Hebrews and made them follow Islam. And see, people don't know that history. So eventually, a war broke out, and it's been during the Crusades time, it's been a war between Muslims and Jews, so-called, and Christians from the beginning. And so, you just got to realize that these other nations wasn't handpicked like the Hebrew people. So they're going to come up with certain ideologies to make you fall into their religion. Okay, let's go to, and I'm sure this video may get a lot of bulk, but I'm not tripping off of that, so it's whatever. Let's go to Surah chapter 5. Surah chapter 5, verse 13. And bear with me because some of the verses are not marked based on this Quran. Here I have a paperback Quran, and they even actually spelled it in a way that you say it. So it's not a good Quran. I'm not going to sit here and say this is the original Quran, but I checked the original one, the Noble Quran, and certain other versions that the Muslims read through, and it says the same thing. Okay, so I hope they don't look at this and be like, oh, he don't got the Quran in on, because I'll pull their Quran out and pull the same information. Wrong dude. Trust me, I'm a little versed in this book. Okay, now let's go to Surah 5, chapter 11. It says, O believers, recollect God's favor upon you. And see, they just translated to God, which, the Quran likes to state in Muslims' world, Allah. O believers, recollect Allah's favor upon you. When certain folk were minded to stretch forth their hands against you, but he kept their hands from you. Fear God then, and on God let the faithful trust. Of old did God accept the covenant. Of old did God accept the covenant of the children of Israel. And out of them we raised up 12 leaders. You see that? And God said, verily I will be with you if ye observe prayer and pray the obligatory alms, and believe in my apostles and help them, and lend God a liberal loan. I will surely put away from you your evil deeds, and I will bring you into gardens neath which the rivers flow. But whosoever of you after this believeth not hath gone astray from the even path. So basically what they're saying is we eventually need to follow Islam to get back on the straight and narrow. But that's false. Okay, but I just wanted to show you that it says in this Quran that he raised up 12 leaders, the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, these leaders never were done away with. And see, what they're doing is in these other religions, like even the Christian doctrine, where they're reading the Bible and they still get this concept where the children of Israel don't even matter no more. But it actually is trying to state in the Quran that they don't matter. You have to be under submission of Allah only, and the children of Israel is done away with. And I'm not going to even get into the word Allah today. I'll get into that another time. But I just wanted to show in this video that the favor is on the children of Israel that's written in the Quran. Now, some more information I got to get into. Hold up, where is it? All right, give me a minute. If you go to Surah, I keep saying it wrong. Surah chapter 9, verse 23. Verse 23. Surah 9, verse 23. Says, O believers, make not friends of your fathers, of your brethren, if they love unbelief above faith. And whoso of you shall make them his friend will be wrongdoers. So what the Quran is saying here, that people want to follow, saying this the New Age movement and all that, that's against their religion. Okay, there's no such thing as this group, these two different religions coming together. No, that's false. Okay, The Bible itself, the scriptures even say that. It even tell you that, um, be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. Have no fellowship with them. Okay, and I'm gonna show you what these believers are. It says, "O believers, make not friends of your fathers or your brethren if they look unbelief, if they love unbelief above faith." Okay, and whosoever you shall make them his friends will be wrongdoers. So you don't supposed to make friends with unbelievers. It's the same thing. Because see, they teach you. You'll hear some people that's Muslims. They say, "Well, no, it's okay for a Christian and a Muslim to marry." No, it's not. Especially if that Christian believes that Christ is the Son of God. And now I'll show you. Even if you believe that Christ is the Son of God, you're not even allowed in the temple. And I'm gonna show you in the Quran. Watch. Let's go down a few verses. Let's go to verse, because they're not numbered, so give me a minute. 20, 21, 22. Let's go to verse 25. And it says, "O believers, only they who join gods with God are unclean. Let them not therefore, after this their years, come near the sacred temple. And if ye fear want, God, if he please, will enrich you of his abundance, for God is knowing wise." And it says, "Make war upon such of those to whom the scriptures have been given as belief, not in God or in the last days." So it's saying making war with people. Make war. It didn't say God is going to make war. It do say that later on down when you read verse 30. But it's telling you right here, make war with them. It's telling this book is written to tell people to make war. That's why so many wars now. Because the other religions are based on religio, separation, division. And division and separation causes wars. Which person want to be converted and which people don't and all that. And you don't convert in my religion, then well, forget you. I'm going to kill you. Or I'm going to behead you. There were Somalians in the Middle East that were killed based on them converting into so-called Christianity, and they were killed because they was Muslims at first. So that's why it said this, "O believers, only they who join God with gods are unclean. Let them not therefore after this their year come near the sacred temple." See, what they're doing is, some Muslims are interpreting this wrong. Even in this Quran, this is actually true when it says, "O believers, only they who join gods with gods." They're trying to link that with Christ. See, they're believing in the Christian doctrine. Christianity believes that God and Christ are the same, but it's not based. And I actually had to understand that myself. Christ is the Son of God, but they even attack that. Okay, "O believers, only." Let me read this other verse here, where it says, "Make war upon them." I'm gonna go to verse 29. It says, "Make war upon such of those to whom the scriptures have been given as belief, not in God or in the last days, and who forbid not that which God and his apostles have forbidden, and who profess not the profession of truth until they pay tribute out of hand and they be humble." Now it's going to attack us. It says the Jews say Ezra is a son of God, and the Christians say the Messiah is a son of God. Such the saying in their mouth. It's like such. What are they talking about? They resemble the saying of the infidels of old. It's talking about the children of Israel of old, and that's why they fell off the covenant. So you got to look at what they're doing, because when you read through this Quran, you will understand that's what they're talking about. It's just a target to break down the children of Israel. The Jews say Ezra is a son of God, and the Christians say the Messiah is a son of God. Such the saying in their mouth. They resemble the saying of the infidels of old. God do battle with them. So the Most High. So this book is saying that God is going to do battle with us if we believe that Christ is the Son of God. How are they misguided? And it's like, oh, how? What in the world? They're misguided, because it's not even a question there. And it says they take their teachers and their monks and their Messiah, son of Mary, for the Lord's beside God, though bidden to worship one God only. There is no God but he. Far from his glory be what they associated with him. So they're not understanding. They're saying that if you believe in Christ, and it says, I'm gonna go back to verse 28. O believers, only they who join gods with gods are unclean. Let them not therefore after this there ye come near their sacred temple. You're not even allowed to come in the temple if you believe that. You're considered an infidel. All right. So based on the Quran, you are not, and I had enough of this book. Okay. You are not allowed in their temple. So don't think that you can commingle with all these different religions. No, their books don't say that. And see, what happens is the old generations used to follow their books to the T. It says in the Quran, we just read it, make war with them. It's there, okay? There's spirits behind different religions. Okay, this spirits behind that. So this is a real quick video that I wanted to get into, to show people that you have to realize that, because I wanted to attack this because I hear a lot of this at the job sometimes, and other people saying, well, no, it's okay for any person of any religion to come together with nah, that's false based on their book. Okay. All right, I'll be making more videos. This is my life, and I'll be doing this for the rest of it. Shalom.